What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here, back with Darium's Competitive Pokemon. Gonna be playing Buzzwole Lycanroc today on PTCGO. This is probably my favorite deck in standard format right now. It's just consistent, as far as until, standard format is up, until standard format gets the addition of Ultra Prism here coming in February. I'm probably just gonna roll this deck at the rest of the League Cups that I got coming up here. For the rest of the month, I do have 2 League Cup finishes right now. A little bit of an interesting question. Let's see. I'm going to start the Buzzwole. Put the Rockruff on the bench. Sometimes you want to put the Buzzwole on the bench just in case that just in case you want to max elixir to it. But we're going to go ahead and start the Buzzwole. Just, go with what we know here. Looks like we are playing against a Zoroark deck, so I'm super stoked about that. This is a great matchup for Buzzwole. But like I was saying, probably just going to continue playing Buzzwole until the addition of, let's see, all right, very good. Until the addition of Ultra Prism into standard format, and then we'll kind of reassess where standard format is at after that set drops. So Buzzwole GX is just been consistent for me. It's been, I feel like its matchups are pretty well rounded. And with Zoroark Lycanroc being one of the most popular decks in standard format, I do appreciate the kind of cushy matchup that this deck does have against Zoroark Lycanroc. So that's good too. The worst matchups that we have for Buzzwole are like your Golisopod, your Garbodor decks, things like that. So looks like my opponent will go ahead, promote that Mewtwo. They are ready to roll here early. So I think what I want to do is go ahead and I think I could Guzma something up while also Ultra Balling for. I think I like that. So let's go ahead and Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball and the Fighting Energy. So a little bit of a weird play here, but I think I am going to go ahead, get the Remoraid, and then we're going to Guzma up a Zorua. Yes, I'd like to search for a supporter card. Going to grab the Guzma, and then we're going to lean on this Octillery to draw us out. Now, that is a little bit of like an all-in play here. Just assuming my opponent does not like Guzma up my own. Let's see. Let's Parallel City first. My opponent will then probably get rid of the Tapu Koko. I kind of like that just because it gives them a little bit of an... let's see. Or if I Guzma up the Zorua, they'll probably still get rid of the Tapu Koko. So I think I will Parallel City first. See if they'll bump a Zorua. I don't know. Maybe they'll bump a Zorua. If they bump a Zorua, that's like fantastic for me. They're not going to do that. They're a little bit smarter than that. We're going to go ahead and grab a Zorua there. And we're just going to take a turn 1 knockout. Now, I am sitting on a 1-card hand. My opponent does not know that that is a... does not know that it is an Octillery. So hopefully my opponent's not reading me perfectly and is not going to go ahead and just like Guzma up, knock out my Remoraid. That would leave me in a little bit of a compromising situation. I suspect that my opponent will probably want to start hitting into this Buzzwole with Mewtwo or something like that. I'm not exactly sure though. The Mewtwo is a little bit awkward to play around, but the parallel should just help me to kind of be able to negate whatever strategy my opponent is trying to use against me here. Oh, it looks like this is the Golisopod version of Zoroark. Oh, no. So this is like a worse matchup for me. But it's not a bad matchup by any means. I mean, I did beat this deck in top 8 at Memphis. It's just like a little bit scarier because they've got the Mewtwo to counter my Buzzwole, and they've got the Golisopod to counter my my Lycanroc. So this is a little bit sketchy, but you can see Parallel does help my cause for sure. It's interesting. My opponent has just decided to go in with Riotous Beating for 110. Maybe Mewtwo would have been, maybe they're trying to save Mewtwo for like a 1-hit KO play or something like that. So I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. I could, let's see, Jet Punch my opponent for 100. That doesn't sound like super appealing though. I'd probably rather knock them out. I don't necessarily want to commit that strong energy to the active position yet though. So let's attach the float stone. See if 100, or I could get like, if I get strong, that's 50. If I got 80 with a choice band, 90, that's still not a knockout. So if I got like the Regirock out, let's see if I float stone that like could be good. So let's go ahead and do the float stone on the active. That's fine. And we're going to Abyssal for 4. And hopefully we draw into something else, someone else. Okay, we got a Regirock. So that's not bad. And then I can N, and maybe I'll draw into another attacker and energy that way. If I whiff, that would be a little bit of a bummer. The Regirock is a little bit of a liability here. Let's see. But I think it does help with some of my math, though. So I think I will bench it. And then I'm just going to N, and I'm hoping that I get like a fresh attacker with an energy. So that's what I did get. So that's what I wanted. And we're just going to go ahead with that then. So I'm going to Jet Punch for 120 and then put 30 more damage onto that Mewtwo to try and just like soften that thing up, because eventually I'm going to have to go toe to toe with that Mewtwo, even though I do not want to. This is a little bit of a tough scenario for me because they're just trading here. If they like Acerola, that would be super annoying for me. So I definitely cannot have them Acerola. Like that would be really bad. They did Field Blower my stadium, so they do have the option to like Lele for Acerola. That would be bad. Maybe if they just Lele into Acerola and then, you know, attach energy to the Mewtwo or something and clock me with Mewtwo, that's an option. That would be super annoying. But if they do just lay Zoruas down, like I can just chip off Zoruas super easily with, you know, evolving the Rockruff here. Now, an option that I do have is that I can just take out the Wimpod. If I can take out the Wimpod and like parallel them or something, you know, that can make it difficult for them to be able to take down my Lycanroc. So if I can just like get them to a board position where they don't have a Wimpod in play, or if they only they don't have Wimpod in play, then I might be able to come in with a dangerous Rogue or something. Something that I do like here is that I have not played any Max Elixir yet. So I can be a little bit aggressive, you know, later in the game. Let's see, they're slapping down another Zorua. I'm really just hoping that they do have the Acerola. I had to assume that they were going to get that. Yeah. So they're just going to go in with another Zoroark GX. That's super interesting. Okay. And I assume they have the choice band too, and they're going to do what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 130. I mean, that stings a little bit. Having 2 Buzzwoles like in critical damage is not exactly what we want. They only play 2 choice bands, so they're actually only going to do 100. They decided to put the choice band on their Mewtwo instead. My Field Blower is not down yet though, so that is a little bit of an interesting call. I think what I may do, let's see, I have only 1 Floatstone left in deck. I think we need to try and hit this Max Elixir here. Even though I'd rather not, because I have 2 fighting in hand. So yeah, that was rough. I mean I just decided to go for it since I have not actually played a you know, a Max Elixir yet, so I decided to just go for it. I think this is awkward, but I think I just have to kind of sack this Buzzwole here, which seems bad, but I'm going to, you know, soften some more things up. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the Lycanroc play, and I'm going to try and bring up a Zorua. I did not hit any of that, so let's just go ahead and end one more time. You can see that I usually play Zygarde EX in here, but I decided to play the Zygarde with the non-EX version just because I was facing a lot of like trolley decks with Hoopa and stuff, and it was like getting super annoying. So I think I needed like a way around that. So I decided just to slap that other Zygarde in here just in case. All right, so let's go ahead. Yes, we'd like to bring up a bench Pokemon. We're gonna bring up a Zorua, And we're going to take a knockout, but it doesn't feel good because this is just a tough scenario for me. I am going to just like damage that Mewtwo a lot though. Like that thing's got 90 damage on it now. I'm going down to 4 prizes, but my opponent's definitely about to go down to 4 prizes as well. And then they're going to be ahead as far as like the board position goes, because they are going to have like critical damage on my Buzzwole while I only have critical damage on a Mewtwo. So they've decided to go ahead and bring the Mewtwo up. I'm actually okay with this. This is a very strong turn for my opponent, though. I do not like what they got going on here. This is a little bit frustrating. They're flexing their entire bench out. Maybe they'll go for, and there's no point in going for Guzma. They're going to knock me out regardless. They're just going to go ahead and end. So that's fine. I am happy that I got my other Buzzwole out of the prizes. So that means that I am going to be able to attack with this. But this is looking a little hairy here as far as like what can I do. I think I do just decide I got a rescue stretcher, so that's good. So long as they don't bump my floatstone on this Buzzwole, I can knock that Buzzwole out of, just out of play, with Parallel City or something like that. That would be fine. And I'm going to rescue stretcher back the fresh Buzzwole. That would be good too. But my opponent just has this board positions very strong. I hope they don't get their other field blower. I've just been having a rough time kind of getting going here, but I'm not too far behind. I'm doing fine. Them not removing the floatstone was a big deal, so I can knock out this Mewtwo. That's good. They have no answer to just go ahead and knock out a fresh Buzzwole, so I'm not in a bad spot. Let's put a Pokemon from my discard pile into my hand. Yes, let's go get that Buzzwole there, the fresh one. Yup. And I'm just gonna have to see if I can go like totally unanswered here. Like that would be great. I don't want to Guzma anything up. My opponent's got like a huge hand, which bothers me because like maybe they can just like come right back with another Mewtwo. I don't like that, but I think I just have to. Let's see. I'll Field Blower their Choice Band, sure. And I'll Abyssal for 2 first. Yeah. Just to see if we get anything else. We got a Max Elixir, and we've got a Fighting Energy. Okay, so I need to do. I'm doing 40 damage, so that's pretty good because that means that I could just put a basic on here. So let's see if we hit our Max Elixir at all. I do hit my Max Elixir, so I'm going to put that onto my Buzzwole. Now, I have an option here. I got to assume that my opponent could probably knock out my Lycanroc, which is like a little bit annoying with a Guzma next turn or something like that. But I want to put this second energy on something like, I think I want to put it on my Lycanroc. If I put it onto my Buzzwole, then my opponent could like knock out my Buzzwole on the bench. I don't think I want to do that. If I put it on my active Buzzwole, that's like not a horrible play because I could put it on the active Buzzwole and then just like Guzma next turn to take like a big knockout or something like that. And then, they don't really have a way to Oko my Buzzwole next turn, so like that would be pretty good. I think I will do that. That's fine because they got no real way. With 2 energies on the Buzzwole, they don't really have a way to like to knock it out in one. Even with Mewtwo, they don't have a way to knock it out in one hit. So let's see. I got 2 Max Elixirs left. How many Guzmas? That's why I'm in here. All right, so I can afford to Sycamore because I still have 2 Guzmas left in deck. And let's see. I do have a Max Elixir, so let's go ahead, retreat into this Buzzwole here. And now I can Max Elixir to this bench Buzzwole just so that I have like another option. I imagine that they will Guzma and knock that one out though, so I don't necessarily want to do that. I think I would rather put down the Rockruff and Max Elixir to the Rockruff next turn or something like that. So let's just go ahead, Jet Punch for knockout. We're going to put 30 damage onto the Zoroark GX. So Mewtwo finally taken care of. That thing was super frustrating to get out of the way. Now, where does my opponent stand? So, like, what can they do with my board position here? Like, I'm up on prizes. They can go down to 2 prizes remaining by knocking out my Buzzwole. And then they, I will end them if they do that. And then also I need to try and find my final parallel to take like my weak threats off, my weak stuff off the board. So like that's going to be the game plan here, is if they go down to 2 prizes, you know, with Buzzwole, they got the rescue stretcher for the Mewtwo. The Mewtwo's coming right back out, which is super frustrating. But if they just hit into my Buzzwole here with Mewtwo, I'm fine with that. They're going to shuffle it back in. Okay. My worst nightmare is if they Guzma this Buzzwole here. I was hoping that I would get the second parallel and that I could just take out the Buzzwole right now. But, you know, it doesn't really matter because they're going to have to take out one of these because I have 3 kind of like weak, you know, things on my side of the field right now. I've got the Regirock, I've got the Lycanroc, and the Buzzwole. So they have to take one of them, and then I need to parallel away the other 2 while also taking a knockout next turn, which is like tough, but it can be done. So we do have Octillery available to us. I have to assume my opponent is like going for the Guzma play here. They already got their energy. You know, I don't think they can't really knock me out with just the 2 energy on the Buzzwole. Let's see, they got 2, 4, 6, 9. Yeah, they can do 180 unless they play Kukui or something. You know, they could Kukui and knock me out with the Mewtwo, but I like doubt that's like what they're doing here. They may end up just deciding to just hit into my Buzzwole with the Mewtwo, which I'm like fine with, because if they decide to do that, then I put myself in a situation where all I need is Guzma to win. So that would be good because then I could just knock out the Mewtwo, set up another, you know, 1-hit KO attacker, and then go from there. If they Kukui here, I'm going to be pretty tilted. But whatever, you know, you win some, you lose some. I don't know. I don't think this deck plays Kukui, but what do I know? End. Okay, so they end. So we're cool here because my opponent's just going to hit into the Buzzwole. All I need is an energy. Then I'll knock out the Mewtwo. And then I just need to set up another like 1-hit KO on the bench. So I can definitely do that. 180 damage. Ugh. You know, I think I'm cool here. What I want to do, okay, I could just knock out the Mewtwo now, and then, or I could Guzma and knock out the Zoroark. That's probably that, or I could Guzma and knock out the Golisopod. I think that probably I want to knock out. If I knock out the Buzzwole, how many Max Elixirs do I have left? 2. I need to just hit some Max Elixirs on a bench Pokemon just to ensure that I have like game next turn. So let's go ahead and fine. I'll attach the Choice Band. I'll attach the Strong Energy. I know I'm going to do those things. And then let's just Abyssal for a few and see if we can't hit, if we can hit like, I think I might have to go for the Guzma this turn. No, because I want to. Let's see if we can Abyssal for 3 first. All right. Abyssal for 3. We did not get a Max Elixir. I just need to hit 1 Max Elixir on this bench Buzzwole to really like shore things up here coming down the line. And then my fear is that if I don't hit a Max Elixir this turn, then next turn my opponent's going to be able to stick me with an N or something without me being able to clean up the game appropriately. So I think I am just going to go ahead and Sycamore, try and draw as many cards as I can, just hit this max. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to hit this Max Elixir. Not like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. There's no way I hit this Max Elixir like this. Okay. So long as they don't hit another Field Blower, I should be okay. I think I just need to hope that, oh my gosh, did I really mess this up that bad? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, all of them are in play. I drew into the rest, so I cannot even play it. I just need to Knuckle Impact, knock this thing out, and then I just need to hope that I hit some Max Elixirs next turn. So that's kind of rough. Okay, so maybe I could have end there, but my whole thing was that I wanted to hit a Max Elixir. but I wasn't, because if I hit a Max Elixir, then I can just go ahead and I can Knuckle Impact for game much easier. But they did hit their Field Blower. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're going to make this super stressful. Okay, so this is crunch time. I need to find out a way to get 2 energy onto this Buzzwole. Probably like 2 energy and a Guzma would be great. I have it, in my hand now, but I cannot hit it because I know that all of my fighting energy are in my hand. So they like have to end me. Ending me would be great. If they do not end me, then I'm in a much more difficult scenario. If they do, I will imagine that they're going for Wonder Tag N here. If they do end me, then I can pull this out. If they don't end me, then I put down this Buzzwole. I think I attach to it, promote something that can't be knocked out easily. And okay, so they're not going to end me. Do they know that my hand is like unwinnable right now because I have all of these things in here? Oh no. Maybe they're puzzling for an end. Maybe they're out of ends. So that might be like what they're doing here. That would be fine. Maybe I should have like held on to my final Floatstone, but my thought process was that I wanted, like, they were going to end me. So that was kind of like my thought. I got the grass, they got the end. My thought was that if I placed it, like I knew they were going to end me, and I just wanted them to not have the Field Blower. So, all right, we've got a Brooklet Hill and an N. I think I'm going to promote. Need to promote something that's not going to die. So I think I need to promote like the Tapu Lele. They're going to go ahead. They're going to first impression me. Talk about making things a little bit difficult. And then at least I do have an N in my hand. So that could be fine, but this is not easy at all. Okay, so I pretty much need to hit double Max Elixir Guzma. That's fine. I've hit crazier things. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's promote the Lele. I think this is probably like the easiest thing to not get knocked out. All right, I'm going to... do I have another Lele in deck? I do not. I also only have 1 Guzma in deck. Okay, so at least we got this Ultra Ball here. We can go ahead, Ultra Ball those things away. Let's take a look at the damage. We do have 2 Max Elixirs. We do have a Guzma. I think I will... Do I have any N left, or did I just ship my last... Oh, yep, my N is gone. So this is it. This is the hand we're looking at. It's do or die. We're either going to win or lose the game right here. All right. I don't want that. I want the Buzzwole. All right. Let's go. So we got our Buzzwole here, and we got to hit a Max Elixir, an Energy, and a Guzma. Can we do it? That's a lot to ask off. No, we can't. All right. I could hit double Max Elixir and attach to the active. So it is possible. I just need to draw my cards very correctly here. No, that won't even do it because that's not... I can't do it. No, I can't do it. All right, so we do have win in hand here. If my opponent just does not... I could have done it, actually, with the strong... I could attach... No, I couldn't have done it. Okay, so I just need to hope that they don't win this turn, but they're definitely going to win this turn. Okay, let's go ahead and see. We'll just attach this here, and we'll pass. Okay, so if my opponent has Guzma, it's game over. I assume they're just going to slap it right down. Yeah, I know it was close, man. I know it was close. But I think I kind of shot myself in the foot, potentially, by... What, if I had been able to Knuckle Impact, if I had saved to that Floatstone, then I would have been able to Knuckle Impact for 180, 210. Yeah, I could have done it. So if I had just not played that Floatstone down, I could have gotten it there at the end in the final cards if I had just, like, been able to promote the free retreater. So I think that was probably my misstep, was just playing down the Floatstone too early, and then my opponent getting the Field Blower on it. I think I was like worried about thinning my hand. in preparation for the end. Like, I wanted to have it down, but then in hindsight, like, playing it down allowed my opponent to be able to kind of just steal the win from me there at the end. So very close game. You see Buzzwole and Lycanroc are like very, very close with Golisopod and Zoroark. Especially with that Mewtwo, which is just super annoying to play against. So thank you all for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think of these decks in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.